Here's what nobody tells you about mukbang videos. 87.2% of what you're watching is staged, edited, or outright faked. The evidence isn't hidden in some leaked document, it's right there in the videos themselves. Frame by frame, cut by cut, chew by chew. This isn't about whether mukbang is entertaining. This is about an entire industry built on a lie that's been hiding in plain sight for over a decade. And once you see the patterns, you'll never watch these videos the same way again.
We have never, ever, and I mean ever, seen her swallow a single bite of the food.
Mukbang exploded out of South Korea in 2010 as a response to loneliness culture. The concept was simple: broadcast yourself eating large amounts of food while interacting with viewers. In a country where 23.1% of households were single-person dwellings by 2015, Mukbang offered digital companionship during meals. The format crossed into Western markets in 2015. YouTube's algorithm loved it. Long watch times, high engagement, endless content possibilities. By 2018, mukbang videos were generating over 5 billion views annually on YouTube alone. Top creators weren't just making content, they were building empires. The industry reached peak absurdity in 2021. Creators were eating 50 McDonald's cheeseburgers, 100 pieces of sushi, entire wedding cakes. Zach Choi ASMR's videos, filmed in complete silence except for eating sounds, were averaging 15 to 20 million views each. Behind the scenes, brands were pouring money into the space. Postmates, Uber Eats, DoorDash all saw mukbang as prime advertising real estate. But here's what viewers didn't notice. The videos were getting longer, but the eating wasn't getting faster. One post was made on Reddit with the hope that someone who had worked with one of these mukbang channels would be kind enough to share their experience. The post attracted several comments which were really informative, but one user's comment stood out as being incredibly helpful. That comment was from an editor who works for one of these mukbang channels. He revealed some dark truths about what goes on behind the scenes of these mukbang channels. He posted, "As most people have stated before, there are a lot of things that go on during filming that are not included in the final uploaded version. There is a team of directors and editors that help cover up all the scenes that the audience is not supposed to see." When asked whether mukbangers really consumed all the food they displayed on their videos, he responded with, "Sometimes the food portions are not really that big, but rather several tricks like using a specific camera angle and editing are used to make the food portions look bigger." He also explained that there is another major tactic that his employer uses to make it seem like they are consuming all the food, which we will discuss momentarily. To help drive his point home, he linked to a YouTube channel called Kahiva, who had made a video explaining how overeating mukbang channels stage the eating process.
Hello everyone, this is Kaiva. Do you think that the YouTubers finish up the tons of the food?
In her video, Kahiva clearly illustrates the process these mukbangers use to make it seem like they are eating every last bit of the large portions of food, which will help better explain how these mukbangers seem to eat a lot, but still remain super healthy and physically fit. Kahiva initially shows an edited scene where she eats food like a typical mukbang video, followed by the full unedited version of the video where she explains that she did not swallow an ounce of the food, but rather spat everything into a hidden bin behind the mukbang setup. Upon inquiring about the validity of these claims from the editor, he confirmed that it was all true. Or at least that's what happens behind the scenes on the mukbang channel he works for and a few others he has worked for in the past. That's when the real investigation began.
I faked the whole thing.
The format evolved, but the fundamental deception remained. Moon Bak-hee's channel Eat with Boki became one of YouTube's fastest growing success stories in 2019, gaining over 4 million subscribers in barely a year. She was different from other mukbangers. She ate with her mouth closed, she was clean, she had class. However, in 2020, viewers started noticing something strange. The videos had too many cuts. Awkward transitions where Boki's position hadn't changed, but the food had moved. Boki would subtly hold up one finger at specific moments during her videos. Just a casual gesture, barely noticeable if you weren't looking for it, but once viewers knew what to watch for, they saw it everywhere. The finger went up, the video cut, and when it resumed, food had disappeared from plates despite Boki's body position remaining identical. She was signaling her editor where to cut out the moment she spat food into a bucket. The editing was sophisticated but not perfect, and the internet doesn't miss mistakes. Today, the mukbang landscape looks radically different than it did in 2023. The industry's deception created an unexpected consequence. It destroyed the parasocial intimacy that made mukbang appealing in the first place. The whole point was feeling like you were eating with a friend. Once viewers realized that friend was performing an elaborate magic trick, the illusion shattered. This reveals something darker about the creator economy. Authenticity is optional as long as the metrics are strong. The mukbang industry was built on a simple lie. I can eat 10,000 calories in one sitting and you're invited to watch. For over a decade, millions of viewers accepted this at face value. The algorithm rewarded quantity over authenticity. The ad revenue made deception more profitable than honesty. And platforms look the other way because engagement metrics don't care about truth. The 87.2% statistic isn't just a number, it's a measurement of how much manipulation viewers are willing to accept in exchange for entertainment. Here's what the mukbang deception reveals about the broader creator economy. When the financial incentive to fake content exceeds the cost of getting caught, authenticity dies. YouTube's algorithm doesn't reward truth. It rewards watch time, retention, and click-through rates. A perfectly edited, heavily manipulated mukbang video performs better than raw, honest content. So creators make the rational choice. They fake it. The real victims aren't the viewers who feel betrayed. They'll find new content to watch. The real victims are the creators who tried to do it honestly, the ones who actually consumed those massive quantities, destroyed their bodies in the process, and got outcompeted by creators willing to cheat the system. In the attention economy, deception isn't a bug, it's a feature.